Hi, I'm Jane from EJ Lazenby Photography. I'm an equine photographer from Yorkshire, and I'm here with the help of Pixapro to show you how to introduce your horses to off-camera flash. We've got our first horse coming in now. He's an Andalusian. His name is Castel, and he's going to be our first guinea pig to help you introduce your horse or with your photo shoot to flash photography. Would you like to come through? So, in the beginning, where do we start? First of all, we need to know how the horse is going to react. I can already see this guy's quite a live wire, and the only person, or the best person to ask how he's going to react is always going to be his owner or his rider. So, can you tell me a little bit about Castel, please?
Yeah, so he's in his 20s now, 21 I think. He was originally from Spain, purebred Spanish. He can be he is definitely a bit of a live wire. That's definitely the right way to put him.
So live wire, we've got to remember that. That's the first bit of really important information we have as a photographer as to how this horse is going to react.
You have to give him a little bit of time to take things in and do things at his own time. If you push him too much, he will react.
How does he react? Does he run away? This is another really important question. Does he run forward? Does he rear up? Does he run backwards? How does he react?
He would move his feet, definitely. He would move away from the scary object.
Right, yeah.
Usually he'd just get quite strong and pull me to wherever he wanted to go.
So he can take you with him? So usually forwards?
Usually, yeah.
How is he with loud noises? Is he a brave horse? This is another important thing. I'm asking about loud noises, but actually in my mind I'm meaning that tiny little click of the camera, that if a horse is tense he may react to that. So how is he with noise?
He's quite reactive, I'd say. He's quite a spooky horse. He definitely, if there's gunshots in the distance, he listens to them and will run from them.
Right, so we could have quite a big challenge here. So, as regards health and safety, first of all, before I'm going to put my expensive light on top of my stand in a big softbox, we've got to think on our feet, and we need to introduce the horse, first of all, to the reflector, then to the softbox, and also really observe how he's reacting. Horses are flight animals. If I put pressure on him, he will move away from it. So I've got to look very much at the signals that the horse is giving me. Already you can see we've got a little bit of white in his eye. He's not going out riding, it's unusual. He's trying to figure out what we're doing. His ears are very aware of the noises around him. The other horses in the barn are watching. Obviously there's something different happening. So we've got to see all of these reactions, and if the horse starts to look very tense, we take a step back. You can see already he's a little bit unsure. So, Sammy, could you walk him away?
Yep.
And I'm going to get the reflector, and we'll try stage 1 of our introduction. So our horse is coming back. I've got the black side of my reflector to where the horse is. And I'm going to offer it towards him to see if he wants to examine it. Obviously this horse has to touch and feel to work out what things are, and already he's more interested in walking. He's more interested in pushing his owner around and wondering why he's not going riding. So I'm going to turn the silver side to see if I get a reaction. I'm going to take all the time we need. What's that? Cool. till he loses interest. It doesn't seem bothered, so now I'm going to move it around. I can see one ear is on me. Good boy. Again, he needs to touch it. We're biting it. I would say he's quite desensitised to the reflector. Again, I'm just going to move it around and I'm going to raise it higher because your softbox needs to be at a high level. Some horses would find this very intimidating. Good boy. Can you see he's watching me? I'm backing off a little bit. Good boy. And he's lost interest in me again. Just keep walking him around. Now I'm going to just stand here like a light stand. And I'm not going to move at all. And this is another part of the desensitisation. Just stop looking at me. Do you want to bring him a little nearer, see if you can touch it? Now you can see his owner scratching him on his shoulder. You can walk him. Lots of praising, lots of low voice, lots of good, whoa. And just take all the time at this stage, because once the horse is comfortable, we can then move quite quickly. But this is an important one. Don't rush. Right, Sammy, I'm going to bring in the soft box.
Okay. What's that then?
So I now have a little bit more scary an object, a bit more of an unusual shape. I've put myself between the possible scary object and the horse. So I'm sheltering him. And I'm going to turn slowly and again let him touch it. Let him see that it's an inanimate object. It's not going to hurt him. It's not going to move. I'll see how he reacts. Good boy. I'm going to come to his shoulder. Ooh. Not interested. This is a good sign for this horse. I do want him to touch it with his nose. No, not me. Okay. Okay. What we got? What's this? Good boy. No, we're quite happy. So, I would say we're ready to take that next step to put this soft box onto the stand, to put it up high, and pretty much we're ready to shoot. There's one thing that we've not tried, which is the flash, and also the noise of the camera trigger. So those are our next points to consider before we actually start taking a shoot. So now we're ready for your next part of the test. He's actually calming down. He's realised he's not off riding, there's not much going to happen. Some horses have got an expectation, bridle on and off we go. So this guy was quite uptight in the beginning. But I'm going to turn my flash on and I'm just going to do a quick little test. Now I've got to be very careful. If the horse is going to take flight, am I in an enclosed area? Yep. Is my soft box out of the way, out of the pathway that the horse may take? Yeah. Sammy, where's his stable?
It's over there, second from the back.
Right. So if this horse was going to go home, go back to safe zone, he would pretty much go back to where he came from, back to his stable. So I need to bear that in mind as well. So I'm going to move from his route back to his stable, and I'm just going to sidestep, and we're going to chat to him. I'm going to fire a flash off. So a little bit of distraction, a little bit of noise. That was a flash. Good boy. Good
boy.
Another flash. I'm just going to randomly fire my camera.
Good boy.
Good.
Good boy.
No reaction at all. I'm looking at his ears. His ears are either on what's happening outside or it's on his owner giving him a scratch. That's pretty much it. So this horse, even though in the beginning he looked like he could be a problem, he could be a handful, actually has relaxed and calmed down enough for us to be able to now do the photo shoot. So my main points are introduce first with the reflector, then introduce second with the softbox with no light in, then introduce the flash, the sound of the flash firing, the sound of your camera firing, and if we're safe at this point, and when I say safe, he's unreactive, he's actually gone very placid now, it's a good time to carry on. If your horse at this point is dragging the owner around the barn, let's take a step back. We're moving too quickly. And you only move at the pace that the horse is showing you. You can't speed him up, we slow down for him. So I'm going to take a couple of shots and let's get on with the photo shoot. So you notice I took a few shots without my flash on. Then once I'd seen he'd parked up, he'd quietened down. Now we're going for real. Perfect. A really lovely shot of our horse. And I think it's also important to remember every time the horse's patience has just moved, don't try and make him stand. Don't try and exert your will on him. Just do a little circle, keep talking to him. Some horses respond to scratches, some horses respond to treats, but let him know when he's being good. And when he's impatient, just keep walking him round. The time we take to get a good photo shoot pretty much is never the quickest time. It's the time that horse needs. So enjoy your flash, keep safe, and I hope you have some fun.